to my YouTube vlog. This is my first one. I actually never intended to make a YouTube channel, but I have so much content from Disney World that I decided why not just share it with you. My name is Erin. I have 4 children. I brought my oldest child to Disney World a couple months ago as a surprise for his birthday, and we just had so much fun. Hope you enjoy and subscribe as I have a lot more content to share with you.
We are going to Disney World. Love Molly. We're going to Disney World? No way! Next week! Disney World. Disney World. That's on Wednesday, the 22nd.
Have to go find our car rental. Come on. We're in Florida. We just landed in Orlando, Florida on our way to Disney World. We're super excited. We got a car rental. The guy gave us a free upgrade. We're on our way to the hotel we're staying at. I think we're staying at Coronado Springs. And we just went to Grab and Goop and got Goofy's Gone Fishing. It's pretty good. It tastes like blue raspberry with lemonade and maybe a little bit of watermelon. I don't know.
The remnants of these explosions began to swirl and coalesce into planets in your solar system. Spectacular sunsets and sunrises. The light casts moving shadows across the search. We are all galactic makers in a vast universe.
We just got off Guardians of the Galaxy. Best ride ever, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Best ride ever. First we're going to Tusker House. South African French toast, Mickey waffles,
Let's go.
pancakes, cinnamon rolls, and lots of good sauce. Banana, caramel sauce, whipped cream. You're gonna get the Mickey shaped waffles?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Great. That looks delicious.
Yeah, I think.
We love Goofy. McDonald's! Oh my gosh. Yeah, can you sign our book? Oh my gosh, Donald Duck! Number 1, obviously. We know that's a fact. Cute! Oh, so sweet. Daisy, will you sign our autograph book? That would be. We're waiting to see you. We're so excited. Yeah, you. Yep. All the food here is super good. And this juice is great. I don't know what it's called, but it's, what did he say? It's guava and orange or something like that?
Now it's time to set.
I'm gonna go on Kilimanjaro Safari.
And we just saw the Mickey, Goofy, Donald Duck, and whatever her name is.
Daisy.
Daisy. And we got their autograph, but Minnie wasn't there and stuff. But it's okay.
Wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minute.
High blood pressure, heart, back or neck, motion sickness,
Back up. Wash your hands.
expecting mothers should not ride. Once on board your safari transport, please remain seated
Oh,
with your
there's two.
hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari.
Get ready.
Okay.
Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari.
Do you see that, guys?
And just a few safety reminders before we get out there. Please stay seated throughout the entire duration of our journey today. Keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the truck at all times. It does get super bumpy out here, so please stay seated. That is for your own safety. Now above your heads is a handy animal spotting guide that should give you a pretty good idea of some of the animals that we've seen out here on the reserve in the past. As you can see, there are a lot of animals up on that list, and this place is extremely large, so we definitely will not see all of them today, but we definitely try our best. It's a little cooler out. The mornings are generally the best time to see these animals right around now. We're going to start our journey off here in the Lyncherinofficial forest. Now, the forest is very dense with leaves and trees. It is a forest after all. And the animals that we find in these ecosystems are really good at hiding, having great natural camouflage. So just keep your eyes peeled. Because on the right-hand side, there's not one, but actually two okapis. Plural, there's two of them. Brown animals with these crazy zebra-like stripes on their backside. The okapi is not related to the zebra at all. Rather, it is the closest living relative to the giraffe. And we know that because of its skeletal structure in its skull. It's the exact same as a giraffe's, just smaller. On the left-hand side, this is one of my personal favorites. That is a black rhino, who is ironically super close to us. Matter of fact, there's not only one, But there's a second black rhino, actually even closer to us, right here on the left, looking at the other one. Now that is incredible, to not only see one, but two black rhinos in one singular space. This is one of the hardest animals to find in the wild. Very shy, very reclusive, and unfortunately this animal is very rare. One of the rarest kinds of rhinos. About a decade ago, there were less than 5,000 black rhinos in the entire world. Their numbers have since nearly doubled, though, thanks to some awesome conservation efforts. On our right-hand side, there's actually an even rarer animal. These are bongos. There's one that's pretty close to us, and I saw a few more at the top of the hill over there on your right. Copper color animals, white stripes, and large curvy horns that run along the backside of their body. Now, bongos, like I mentioned, are very rare. We actually call them the ghost of the forest. That's their nickname because of how rare they are to see in the wild. You can see some large gray birds, these being the pink-backed pelican. Now, they're mostly gray in color. They have a little bit of pink on their back and on their bill. That is where they get their name from. But overall, these birds are just gray. Now, there is something that is pretty noteworthy in my opinion, which is actually their size. These are one of the largest flighted birds on Earth. It's kind of hard to tell because we're 6 feet up in the air, but these animals can have a wingspan that can be up to 9 feet wide. That's the same width as the benches that you're sitting on and almost as large as the canopy that's above your heads. Very large birds, not nearly as large as these animals on your left-hand side. Those are hippos, Nile hippos to be specific. That is an entire bloat or group of them, B-L-O-A-T, a group of hippos. Really large animals, fully grown, a Nile hippo can weigh up to 5,500 pounds. That's nearly double the size of a black rhino and almost 3 tons. And they live in the water, which makes their size even more impressive. In fact, we rarely ever get to see hippos out of the water. If you did, it would probably be at night while they're finding food. Because hippos are nocturnal animals who are only really active and out of the water at night. One more on your left at the base of the waterfall as well. You can see his eyes poking right out of the water there, way down there in the corner. Now on the other side of these rocks here though, you can actually see Africa's largest reptile. There is a Nile crocodile that has its head poked right out of the water. It is kind of difficult to spot there, so just keep your eyes peeled as we cross this bridge here to see if you can find it. Now, like I mentioned, that is Africa's largest reptile. The Nile crocodile can grow up to be 16 feet long and can weigh up to 500 pounds and can even eat half of their body weight in just one singular meal. That is 250 pounds worth of food for a 500-pound animal, and they can do that about once a week. And they can go even multiple months, though, without eating any food at all when their food is scarce. They're very impressive eaters. Now our scenery though is about to change in some pretty major ways as we're about to make our way down into the savannah. Now the savannah and its grasslands are actually larger and home to more animals than all of these other ecosystems combined. And that's because these animals out here are going to be migrators. And they're going to travel across these grasslands every single year. Now why would a savannah animal migrate? They're going to be looking for things like food or water or a safe place to have their young. So let's see what kind of migrators we can find out here. I see the tallest animals in the world on our right-hand side. There is a tower or a group of Maasai giraffes out there. Looks like there's a bunch of them over there. They're way out there. Tallest animals in the world. Laying under that den there, you can see these beautiful spotted animals. These are painted dogs. Painted dogs are the best hunters in the entire savannah. They are better at hunting than lions and hyenas combined, and that is thanks to teamwork and endurance. They are pack hunters. That's why they're so successful. They've learned to work together, up to 27 dogs in just one singular pack, chasing their prey for multiple miles until exhaustion. And now we're going to be coming up on this tower here. Now a tower of giraffes. Pretty self-explanatory group name. These animals tower over every single land mammal in the world. However, that little guy on your left is not very tall, my friends. That is a baby Maasai giraffe directly on your left-hand side. The newest member of the reserve here. Now he's a little bit over 6 months old. He's about 9-ish feet tall. He is growing. He was 6 feet tall at birth, so he's grown 3 feet in about half a year. which is pretty impressive. Tower of giraffes, 18 feet tall on average. Some of these giraffes will get all the way up to 20 feet tall though. They're very, very tall animals. And like I said, he was 6 feet tall at birth. That's taller than the average human when these animals first enter into the world. They're even able to stand within just an hour of their life. 60 minutes is all it takes for a giraffe to get up and start moving. That way they can defend themselves from a predator when they're young. Now, when they're fully grown, most animals choose to not prey on them just because of how tall they are, how fast they move, and how powerful of a kick they have. On your left-hand side, you're actually going to see both of the parents of that baby giraffe. That is mom and dad. The tallest one in the tower is that orange one that's closest to us. Every single one of these animals is unique. No two of them are the same. Now that is a male African elephant, fully grown, can weigh up to 13,000 pounds or 6.5 tons. They are extremely large animals. Speaking of large, on our left-hand side, the largest monkey species on Earth, the mandrill, is right in the exact middle of those trees there. Right there, you can see that mandrill. See if you can notice the color that's on the front of their faces. If you all know Rafiki, Rafiki is a mandrill. They're known for this color. Fully grown, a male mandrill can weigh 100 pounds or be the size of a medium-sized dog, which is pretty big for being a monkey. But normally, the general rule is if you see one elephant, it's going to be a male. If you see multiple elephants, most likely a group of females.
Which one are you looking for?
Now coming into view on our left-hand side is going to be a group of female elephants here. We should be able to get a pretty good view of them in just a second. There's at least 2 of them out here, which is a good indication that these are females. They're in kind of a peculiar spot, so I'll just stop here for a second. Now, males are solitary animals. They're kicked out of their families at a young... Oh my gosh, I think there's an elephant in the watering hole. Hold on. Definitely there's one swimming. Hold on. I didn't even see her down there. I saw a bunch of splashing coming from the water. Elephants are excellent swimmers. They love to swim. It helps cool themselves off, and it's going to be a good way to help protect their skin. Wait for it. Come on, truck. There's 2 of them swimming right now. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Here we go.
She's holding one under.
We'll move a little bit farther so people in the back can see them.
That's awesome.
No, I want to go see. I'm hot.
I know, that's probably why they're singing.
Alright, so that is an amazing thing to see. Seeing elephants swimming is not extremely uncommon, but normally it happens when it's raining out. And it's actually an easy way to help protect their skin. So that is really cool. Elephants are very large animals, but they love to swim. They get really hot, and that water is one of the most effective ways in helping to cool themselves down. So I'm really glad we got to see that this early. That's honestly something that I do not see very often. These are greater flamingos on our left-hand side, the largest species of flamingo in the world. They're also the dullest shade of pink. So they're not very vibrant, but they are very social, forming these really big groups called a flamboyance. That is a group name for flamingos. You also might be able to see those elephants one more time. One of them is still in the water in the very, very corner over there. Pretty amazing. Now, we are coming up on something called a Kobe rock structure. If anyone knows Pride Rock from The Lion King, that's a Kobe rock structure. It's basically a big group of rocks that sits out in the sun. Animals will get up on these rocks and use them as a lookout post. And matter of fact, on our left-hand side, we're going to see the king and the queen of the savannah. That would be a lion. Coming up on our left, I see a female and a male that are both perched up on the very front of these rocks here. An amazing view of these incredible cats. There's actually a second female. There's 2 females and 1 male. That would be a pride or a group of lions. They actually are really good at conserving their energy. These cats are going to sleep or rest for 16 to 20 hours out of their entire day.
What did you think?
Good.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I liked it. We're about to go on the Cali River Rapids.
Oh, I like that monkey.
Look at that monkey. Soaking wet.
Give it up for all the meerkats, everybody! What a wonderful phrase.
We got the blue raspberry slush from Flame Tree Barbecue. It's really good.
Really good.
It's maybe like a 7 out of 10. We're about to go on a flight of famous.
Shake it 20 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, how do they do that? And that. Oh, that one is weird. Like this? Yeah. I wonder how they do that. What if it opens his eyes? Will it? It doesn't seem alive yet.
Great. Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Na'vi rite of passage, flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikran, or as we call it, a banshee. The way you're going to do this is by being matched to something called an avatar. And I'm here to help you guys get ready. But first, we have to scan you for Pandoran microparasites. Alright everyone, stay on your number and move your arms a bit. Okay, start scan. You've all got them. But don't worry, they're very common around these parts. Let's start the decon.
Initiating GMR decon.
Stand still over your number, you're not going to feel a thing. You're doing great. Almost done here.
They're all clear.
Great. Now let's go over how all this works. Like I said before, you're going to be matched to these things called avatars, which look a lot like the Na'vi. They're created by blending human DNA and Na'vi DNA. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Na'vi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The banshee is one of these important animals. Dr. Ogden is the foremost expert on studying the Ikran and has spent years researching them. Unfortunately, banshees live high in rookeries and humans can't get anywhere near them without becoming their lunch. But the Na'vi and avatars can. In fact, the Na'vi have been riding on the backs of banshees since their earliest history. Thanks to science, avatars can ride on banshees too. That's why you're linking to an avatar. It was Dr. Ogden who restarted the Avatar program. It's because of her that you're able to go through this rite of passage today. Pandora is a breathtaking natural world. I cannot wait for you guys to see it for yourselves. So, let's get ready for our next... Huh? I'll be right back. Put the standby system on, quickly.
Standby. We are looking into delays with the genetic matching system.
Okay, to get you flying on a banshee, we need to find each of you an avatar. Let's prep the genetic sampling.
I'm on it.
Okay, first we need to find the compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that we already have. Once we do that, you'll be able to link to that avatar and fly. Help us out and move around a bit. Almost. Yes, got him. Now, let's find your avatar matches. All right, you've all been matched with avatars. Looks like they're ready for you in the next room. When the door opens, please go inside, all the way in, and stand over the same number that you're standing over now. And I'll see you in there.
You're my avatar. Did you see my avatar?
Yeah, it looks like you. Kind of.
Who runs the program?
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative. You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an ikran, or as we call it, a banshee. To the Na'vi, connecting to an ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya. With permission from the Na'vi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you. The way you'll be able to fly is by linking to an avatar that's already on the back of an ikran. Let's see how this works.
We establish a link using powerful psionic amplification equipment. A human driver is connected to an avatar, which could be physically hundreds of kilometers away. When you follow our technician into the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones. It's important to push them all the way into the bin.
Really realistic?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I'll get that 9.2 out of 10.
I think it was like an 8.5. It was pretty cool.
I thought he was like the whole studio was like turning back. But it was just the movie.
We're gonna go on the Na'vi River journey, right?
Oh, that's it. It's a river?
Yep.
Thanks.
ride.
Okay,
But
let's go.
it was pretty.
If you put that in one of the carpet, I think I can tell you what does it do.
What is it? What are they?
It's I forgot what they call it.
Avatar.
Avatar